The concept of the American dream is one that emphasizes prosperity, success, the pursuit of happiness, and in this case, entertainment. Our show focuses on home ownership, community, lifestyles, and success stories from across the country. The national story this week focuses on the city where it all started, our very own San Diego. I'm your host, Toneshia Watkins, and welcome to the American Dream.
We do it in the spirit of going against the grain of the negative media, giving inspiring information, and having people walk away from our show with something of value.
You're seeing a disruption in both the real estate and the mortgage space.
A lot of people are just not willing to put in the work.
What video does is that it demands an emotional response.
You know what I love about the show? It's totally unscripted.
Our first San Diego segment is brought to you by a power couple who, like me, originate from the East Coast, John and Melissa Steele.
Hey, we're John and Melissa Steele here with Team Steele San Diego Homes here in sunny San Diego, California.
And today we're out enjoying Balboa Park, one of our favorite parts of San Diego. And we're gonna be enjoying a food truck situation here in a little bit. Come check it out with us. We're gonna have a great day.
At over 1,200 acres, Balboa Park is one of San Diego's biggest attractions, and featuring not only open spaces, gardens, there's also tons of museums, art galleries, and of course, the world famous San Diego Zoo.
Yeah, one of our favorite aspects of San Diego in general is Balboa Park. The very first day we were in San Diego ever, we were here for less than 24 hours, and we spent a good number of those hours here in this park, having a picnic, enjoying the museums, checking out a bunch of the park areas, and it was so outstanding. It was actually one of the deciding factors when we moved to San Diego.
Yeah.
We were thinking about Balboa Park and how much we loved the experience.
Yeah, it definitely lured us in and made us want to come back.
Yeah, so anybody thinking about moving, it's time. Come visit Balboa Park and check it out. And in this spot right here, located in front of the Botanical Gardens in Balboa Park, holds a special place in our hearts because this is where John proposed to me over 6 years ago.
To our popular question, we had a little picnic here. With
He
a
got
picnic
down on one
basket.
knee, and as much as I wanted him to recreate it in this moment, he's refusing to.
So originally established in the 1800s, it was known as City Park back then. And San Diego was actually only the second city in the entire country to dedicate a large space for public use, second only to New York City's Central Park.
And Balboa Park is so large that it's almost double the size of Central Park.
Yeah, and while the park for the first few decades remained mostly empty, it was in 1915 during the Panama, California Exposition that San Diego hosted a World Fair, and all of these buildings that you see today were created and built for that fair.
And what's wild is that so much of what we see in Balboa, while it's beautiful and has such amazing structure, a lot of it is made of plaster. It wasn't made to be permanent here. It was part of the World's Fair. And what's amazing is that San Diego actually invested in revitalizing all of these structures to create Balboa Park for public use after the World's Fair because it was so enjoyed. So one of the coolest aspects of Balboa Park that I feel is how much care and love they truly put into maintaining their gardens. It is exceptional to see the roses blooming, the cactus gardens, the Japanese friendship garden, all each beautifully curated with so many hours spent on keeping it exceptional for every guest to enjoy.
And with us originally relocating here from New York, one of the coolest things about San Diego for us was all of the really cool native plants that we never got to see back in New York where we used to live. Aside from it having, you know, the rose garden, the botanical garden, and a lot of the more traditional gardens, it's really cool that they have this cactus garden with all of these really exotic plants. So aside from Balboa Park offering all of these attractions, it's also a host to a variety of events throughout the year that draw both locals and tourists alike.
Behind me, you can see that they are setting up for the Friday food truck extravaganza, where they set up over a dozen food trucks that appeal to traditional eaters, vegans, gluten-free. They have tons of options, and it's an amazing family-friendly gathering with live music, tons of amazing food. Are you ready to check this out?
Let's check it out.
Yeah.
So I don't know about you, but all this walking around the park has me pretty hungry. So we got some awesome tacos.
You're always
here.
hungry, but I'm ready to dig in. Let's
Yeah.
see what we got here.
Cheers.
Up next is a story from a fantastic realtor based out of right here in San Diego. Let's hear from them now.
Mike, we're meeting at a school today. This is a change of scenery. I love this neighborhood. Where are we?
We're over at Arroyo Vista Charter School.
Okay.
Just a few years ago, my son was really struggling. He was going to Arroyo Vista here. Doctors were talking about prescribing medications because he was doing poorly in his academics. There was one teacher that reached him, and she totally changed his life, and he has not looked back since. So I'd love to introduce her to you.
I would love to meet her. I'm sure there's so many families that can relate, right? Because there's a lot of families in this neighborhood.
Yes, there's a lot of military families here, and that's why they moved to Eastlake. That's why they buy out here, because of the great schools and great teachers like the one I'm going to introduce you to.
Well, she sounds like an incredible woman. I can't wait to meet her.
She is, and let's go.
Okay.
Hey, Hallie, I'd like to introduce you to Amy Slyke. She's a sixth grade teacher here. She was DeMario's teacher here at Arroyo Vista.
Very nice to meet you. He was telling me all about you and DeMario and that experience. Can you share with me how it was like when DeMario first came to you?
I've known DeMario since he was actually in kindergarten, so I always knew that he was a very active child on the go. And when I found out that he was going to be a part of my class, I was elated. The beginning of the year was a little rough for him to just kind of acclimate to sixth grade, get used to the expectations. The job of a sixth grade teacher is to get him ready for middle school. Getting to know DeMario throughout the year, all of his talents and how bright he really was. We had to hone in on that and help him to believe that he had the ability to succeed. So once we found out the things that made him tick, he was good to go. Instead of reading from a book, having a laptop just to be able to manipulate the keys, changed him. Singing and dancing, we do a lot of that in my class with chants and charts and things. That helped him get some of his wiggles and energy out. But just the fact that somebody believed in him and that he knew that he was in a safe environment, take risks, and just be who he wanted to be.
For sure. I know you got to see the process of that, right?
It was like life-changing for us. We're like, oh my God, thank you, Amy.
Yeah.
But his Lexi score,
His Lexile, so a Lexile score is just one little component of our reading that we do, and some of them are driven by this score. They can see it's reading comprehension, reading an article, answering questions, a thought, question, and response. Didn't float his boat. He was not really turned on to reading. Got him into books like The Lightning Thief and some things that were a little bit more entertaining to him. We slowly started seeing the Lexile levels grow, but it did increase 700 points in one school year. So a lot of it was just him and his maturity and just feeling good about himself and just believing that he could be successful. He was always a bright kid. He's very, very smart, but he needed to believe that for himself.
Yeah, definitely. Just hearing you speak and that process and that journey you're able to go through, I think is a huge testament to you talking about how amazing this school district is. And for you to be an actual example and experience for him to share is amazing. I mean, can we get a little peek see at the classroom environment?
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, come on.
Okay.
Hey, I'm a new student, and I had something that I just kind of wanted to share.
Yeah.
Is it okay if I come up?
Sure, come on.
Yeah, all right. Hi, everybody. How you doing?
What do we say, 801?
Hello. Hello. We had a special surprise for Mrs. Slike. What we wanted to do, Mrs. Slike helped DeMario with a lot of his struggles that he had in class, because I know some of you have your struggles, right? But we're all smart. We're all smart. Everybody is equal on that, okay? So, but she actually did that, and it, I'm sorry. It gave him a new sense of who he was, and it gave him a lot of confidence. It was a big struggle. 5th grade and 4th grade was a struggle for him. So DeMario wanted to give you something, Mrs. Slike, and we're going to send you and your family on an 8-day and 7-night vacation. Okay? So, and it's going to be it's going to be down to Mexico, and you have 6 different locations, including Acapulco and different places that you can go with your family, because we are so grateful for great teachers in this great school district and everything you've done for DeMario to get him back on track. So we love you, and we really, so that's the least we can do, you know? That's the least we can do.
Hey Darin, how are you?
I'm doing great, Tawnie. How are you? Good to see you as well.
This is really cool. Looks like there's a lot happening here.
There is, yeah. I'm bringing you out to a new home construction development here in San Diego. It's in Pacific Highlands Ranch. You know, when we think about the American dream of home ownership, it's sometimes buying an old home, sometimes it's buying a new home.
I love it. I don't know a whole lot, so I'm already, you know, I got my wheels turning. This is just fantastic.
Yeah, so I mean, we're standing outside the sales office, which is where it would start. Your journey would start if you were buying a home with me. So, but I'll tell you what, why don't we go inside one of the models and we can sit down and talk more about it.
Sure, let's go. Oh my gosh, this is a house.
Yeah, this is really beautiful. I mean, Party goes all out on their product. This is a real classic design. They really paid attention to what the public wants, what the consumer wants in a home, and they really develop and deliver it.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly didn't expect this. This is, one, it's very large, but so open too.
You know, the big open floor plans is really where the design concepts are going these days, when you have the, you know, the kitchen with the center island.
No, this is stunning. So I don't know a whole lot about the new home buying process, but I do know I would want a new home.
Yeah.
And you're the expert, so what would be my first step?
You know, a lot of our clients that come to us that decide not to buy a home that's already been built, the reason why they want to buy new construction is because they want to customize. They want to be able to add features and flooring, and the developer actually has kind of a laundry list of items that you're allowed to modify. If the home foundation hasn't even been poured yet, you can do really cool things like add in. Yeah, I mean, that's the huge benefit, right, of buying new construction. I mean, you can put these disappearing walls in, you can do a whole bunch of really cool things.
And you mentioned at the beginning the American dream. That is not just buying a home, but buying a home that you helped design. It's everything you want.
Yeah, you're putting your personal stamp on it. I mean, that's what's so fun about a new home. I bought one myself years ago and had the ability to go ahead and customize it, my wife and I. So I mean, that's really a lot of the fun part of the process of buying a new home.
Is this all we're living for? Is this all we're living for?
Pardee is a community development, so they're helping to shape towns, right? It's just
absolutely. I mean, they've been a staple here in Southern California and been delivering a consistently good product for the consumers out here. And, you know, it's a pleasure as an agent to be able to help sell their product with them. You know, Pacific Highlands Ranch is so family driven. There's a lot of multi-generational living. And so they really took that into consideration in the design. They've created these Gen Suites where, you know, for boomerang kids that you send off to college and they come back after college, right? They come right back to you. Or live-in parents that want that downstairs suite kind of separate from everything else. They've really taken that into consideration and they deliver it as an option in these beautiful homes.
so that's it. You picked everything out. You're ready to go. You sign it on the dotted line.
Yep.
Now
we
what?
got to wait for it to be built, right? So
That's true.
Up next is a story from an amazing realtor. Let's hear from them now.
Lorimer, how are you today?
Doing great, Molly.
So you are a San Diego native.
Yes.
And also one of the top realtors here in San Diego who really does cover everywhere.
That's right.
I feel like you're bringing me to all the best places, and today you brought me to one of my favorite neighborhoods, Bankers Hill.
Bankers Hill. We've done a couple segments here with we rode the bikes, the scooters.
Yes, we did. I almost died on that one, but we made it.
And Barrio Star.
So Bankers Hill really is a really unique area in San Diego. Tell me some more about it.
So for those of us that maybe aren't super familiar with it, where it's located, it's between downtown San Diego and Hillcrest. It's right between the two on the hill, right on the west side of Balboa Park.
I think it's really important to say too that in Balboa Park, it's not just wildlife anymore. They also put in all the museums over there.
So many of them.
The zoos over there. So when you went to Bankers Hill, I mean, that's your backyard.
That is awesome. And then you're just a couple blocks from Little Italy, another one of our favorite places.
Oh, yeah, and the best restaurants that you brought me to, and that little market over there.
Right, and the downtown ballpark and all the night spots there.
So it really is a short bird or Uber ride to anywhere, but Bankers Hill, I mean, if you move here, you don't have to leave.
Right, and that's the thing too. So some of the people that buy here, and I'm very familiar with the area, our office is a couple blocks away, they like it because you don't have the hustle and bustle of downtown. The parking's not so hard. People can come visit you. You know, when you live downtown, people are like, you're downtown, the parking's gonna be a nightmare.
Always.
And so here, it's very walkable, it's less congestion, and it's really easy to go both to Hillcrest, to downtown, or anywhere on the freeway.
That's amazing. Okay, so today you brought me to a new location in Bankers Hill. Where are we at?
41 West, brand new condo project, just released. You can see the views behind us, Molly. Best views. So what we're going to do today is we'll look at all these beautiful finishes, including these nano doors. So indoor, outdoor living space. You add tons of extra square footage to your condo. And then also we'll have views looking towards the park and views looking west and views looking south.
Wow, that's amazing. Okay, so the finishes in this place, we have, I see, you know, the hardwood floors and everything that are amazing, very good quality.
Yeah, and I mean, it has the most contemporary kitchen, the floor to ceiling windows.
Oh my gosh, that's a huge thing. And one of my favorites, I mean, not right now, but one of my favorite things is the wine fridge in there.
Yeah, is that wine fridge huge? How many bottles do you think you can store there?
I mean, we could start counting if you want, but I think that would make a boring segment. But I love how many you can fit in there. And then I also love that all of the drawers are easy pull and they're easy close.
It's super high quality, everything. And actually the patios are big enough to do stuff. You can see right here the patios we're on. We have the wraparound patio. We have some of the other patios. Room for sitting, room for a cabaret patio table, just plenty of space.
Well, and with the San Diego weather, you really need this indoor-outdoor living space, right? See, George, I know that this is an amazing view. This is incredible. But you have a couple other.
Yes, I want to show you some different orientations. I want to show you some different views. Let's go take a look at them.
Let's go.
All right.
Wow, George, these views really are different from each apartment we've been in.
That's the California Tower in Balboa Park, which was started for the California Exposition, 1915, 1916.
Some real serious history here down in Bankers Hill.
Yeah, absolutely. And here's the view I wanted to show you. And then the other great thing, like we were talking inside, a lot of people have a second home here, or they have to sell a house because these are luxury properties.
These are very nice properties.
So the great news is they qualify for our guaranteed sale program.
What is that?
Well, we give you a cash offer on your home so you can go buy the next one.
That's really cool, especially when it's something like this, brand new construction. I can't believe that qualifies for it.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, George, I am so impressed with each of these apartments that we've seen. The views are incredible and truly something that I've never seen before.
Yeah, awesome.
So thanks for having me out in Bankers Hill at 41 West today.
Our final San Diego story is from none other than the #1 Coldwell Banker agent in California, Melissa Tucci. Let's see what she's up to.
Hi.
How are you?
Great. This is like out of the page of a storybook.
I know, isn't it? It's absolutely breathtaking.
This is fit for Melissa Tucci with this great entrance.
Well, we're in Ocean Beach, and this is the first time this home has been on the market. The owner actually bought this and built it himself, and so it was a vacant land. Yeah, it was built in 1998, and you could look around, just the quality of the details, you know, with the high ceilings and the open and bright lights and the wood floors and just
the staircase.
The grand staircase, and we haven't even seen one of the best parts. There's a beautiful library with fantastic views and of course rooftop decks. So it's pretty incredible.
Living in Ocean Beach is incredible, but I feel like you don't find anything like this in Ocean Beach, ever.
I completely agree. This property is a 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath. It's over 3,700 square feet, plus it has a guest house and a 2-car garage, and it's on a 7,000 square foot lot. But that's not all. There's an opportunity to actually purchase this property with the neighbor and have it a total compound.
So more than just this grand entrance?
More than this.
Okay.
So much more. And you could see this beautiful dining room with the crown molding and the French doors leading to the outside, and you could still have your beautiful ocean view.
Imagine how impressive for holidays.
So now we're going into the kitchen, and you could see beautiful granite counters.
I could cook in this kitchen.
Absolutely. And it's fantastic. You have a fireplace, and remember I told you about that compound. So let me show you what I'm talking about. And we're right outside the main house in this beautiful compound. You could see right here, absolutely stunning architecture. And we're right next to the guest house right here, which is a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, its own entrance, own space. And then look over here, there's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. That's almost 1,500 square feet with a pool and a greenhouse covering, so an indoor pool, and its own 2-car garage. So you have a total of over 14,000 square feet of the whole lot. I mean, it's really a true compound. 2 properties combined together, and it's absolutely a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. This does not come available often.
Honestly, once in a lifetime. And if it's not for yourself, what a great investment, too.
Oh, absolutely. There's so many opportunities to rent this out for someone if they're looking to do a 1031 exchange, for someone just if they want to live in the house and rent out the other rooms. So you have such a great, great opportunity. I'm just so excited to share this.
And not to mention, you can see the ocean from everywhere.
If you think that is a good view, follow me upstairs to the rooftop. Unbelievable. Let's go.
On top of our palace?
Yes.
Pretty.
pretty incredible, huh?
Oh my gosh, this is absolutely incredible. Melissa, this is breathtaking. There's no words. You can see it's all of the beach. It's incredible.
It's not even just what you're looking at. It's also behind you. You have the white waters. You have just never-ending ocean. This is why we live in San Diego.
Yes.
This is why we're in Ocean Beach right now. And so we are on the rooftop deck, which a unique feature to this is actually it's designed to play chess up here too. You really have the best of all worlds with this property.
Absolutely. And there's so much to do in Ocean Beach. I mean, this is like a map. You could just pick where you want to go from here.
I know. I mean, one of my favorite spots here in Ocean Beach is the Farmers Market, which is on Wednesdays from 4 to 8. And it's on Newport Avenue between Cable and Bacon. Another really amazing thing about Ocean Beach is the Sunset Cliffs, which is over 68 acres. And you could have weddings there, just photo shoots.
It's a pretty famous spot.
Absolutely.
And you know what's just a hop, skip, and a jump away? Being the official Padres realtor.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we didn't quite make it to postseason. There's always next year. But as you know, at Petco, there's so many activities. Links coming up, there's Pedal for the Cause, so really just so many different things to look forward to in San Diego, at Petco, and just in general, and especially in Ocean Beach at this fantastic home.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for having me in your castle.
Thank you for coming.
We strive to bring you the best stories from across the country that embody the ideals of the American dream and hope you saw something new and entertaining. We would like to thank all of our viewers and our sponsors for helping us grow the show. We couldn't do this without your support. I'm your host, Toneshia Watkins. Thanks for watching.